The Rangers take one of three against the Braves in Atlanta, and we're not going to talk about that first game. Welcome back to Tyler Loves Baseball. My name is Coach Tyler. If you checked out my first video, thank you so much for doing that. I know I had some audio issues with that. I'm learning and I'm growing. I think I've resolved those audio issues for this one. Let me know what you think, if it's any better this time. I lied. We'll talk a little bit about the first game. The Rangers dropped that game 15-1. It got a little bit out of hand a little bit early. Cal Quantrill was starting that one with Jack Leiter being out, injured. The Rangers are doing the best they can with the arms in their bullpen. In that third game, I thought it was a super winnable game. I feel like there was some defensive blunders that the Rangers had that could have made the difference and secured that win and the series win. But for the rest of our time together today, let's talk about that second game where we did win. I'm gonna break down one of the defensive plays that I thought that we could learn from. It's interesting, I think, and Evan Carter got a home run, his 8th of the season, and so it'd be nice to kind of break down his swing. I think there's a lot to learn from that swing as well. So let's go to our defensive play. Our defensive play, it starts at the bottom of the second, and I kind of want to let you know how we got here. So, Jock Peterson starts off the first inning. He's the first batter, hits a home run. The Rangers are up 1-0. By the bottom of the second inning, though, and it's great, we got a 0 in the first. We didn't let them put up any runs in the first inning, so we had a 0 in the first inning. By the second inning, though, Mauricio Dubon from the Braves hits a single, and then Eli White hits a home run after that. So now the score is 1-2. Austin Riley from the Braves hits a single. He's on first, and then Mackenzie Gore walks Joey Bart. So we have runners on first and second with no outs, and they've already scored 2 runs this inning with that 2-run homer. So let's watch this in super slow-mo. Let me make sure it's in super slow-mo. It is indeed in super slow-mo. Here comes the pitch from Mackenzie Gore. I'm just going to kind of talk through it here. So here comes the pitch. This is Jim Jarvis batting here. He's a left-handed batter. He hits it to the first base side of the infield, as we'll see here. Nicky Lopez gets into position to catch it there, and then he turns and throws to second. Ezekiel Duran is covering second, and from the shortstop position, he's covering second and gathers the ball and then does nothing with it here. And I think I want to explain maybe why he didn't go for a double play here. We talked about a double play in the last video, but he just gets this runner at second out. So now the Braves will have runners at first and third because they didn't turn that double play. They just got the one out there. So now let's take a look at my diagram. Today in our diagram, I just have the important personnel displayed on the field. On this particular game, the Braves were wearing their baby blues, so they are the baby blue dots today, and the Rangers were wearing their grays, so the Rangers are the gray dots. This, again, is roughly where, let's get this away, roughly where the players are positioned. We have a Braves runner at first taking a slight lead off. We've got a Braves runner at second taking a slight lead off. Ezekiel Duran is the shortstop. He's playing farther up the middle. We have Nicky Lopez playing back and in between first and second base. And we have Jake Burger playing back side of first base. This is interesting because this is something that I talked about in my first video. When you have a right hitting batter, your infield defense is going to be shifted towards left field because when they swing, they pull it. This time we have a left-handed batter in Jim Jarvis, and you can see our defense is shifted towards right field. This way. No. Yeah, shifted this way towards right field. Ezekiel Duran as a shortstop is kind of right up the middle. Nicky Lopez as the second baseman is between first and second, and Jake Burger at first base is back and towards the backside of first base, protecting any balls that would be hit down the first base foul line that might be in play. So this is what we got here. We got the ball. It's hit, and it's hit kind of slow. I think it's only 63 miles per hour, which for a Major League Baseball player is not very far. It's a grounder. It kind of skips through the grass here, skips through the dirt. The first thing that you got to do is you got to make the play on the ball. So we've got Nicky Lopez, and he runs forward. This is something that I think we should learn whenever we're fielding. We got to go get that ball, especially if it's hit slowly. Go get it. Don't just stand there and wait for the ball to come to you. So he does take a few steps towards it, but it is a grounder. It is bouncing kind of wildly and rolling. So he comes forward a little bit to make this, and then he stops there, and the ball kind of tumbles, and he uses hand-eye coordination to gather the ball on the correct bounce he wants. While that's happening, we have Ezekiel Duran at the shortstop position moving to cover second base. While that's happening, we have Jake Burger moving to first base to possibly get this double play. Runners go. This runner goes to third. We're not going to talk much about him. This runner's going to second. This play to second, Nicky Lopez to Ezekiel Duran, is a pretty easy out here. Now, and it's good to get this play. It's really good to get this play at second, because second base and third base are considered the scoring position bases at least in Major League Baseball. If someone hits a home run, if somebody hits like a fly ball to center field, even if it's caught out, if you got the right runner on base, they can run from second to home before they can get a second out there. So runner at second is out. That's great. We still have a runner in scoring position at third. You can see in the video, and we'll look at it again, Ezekiel Duran takes a look at third base to see if he can get that other lead runner out at third base. But because he was taking a lead off of second base, he had enough time to make it to third safely. I'm a left-handed batter myself, and I really like being a left-handed batter, because when you hit, as you're twisting your hips and you're moving your body, your momentum is already going towards first base. I feel like if you're a right-handed batter, you twist and you're hitting, you're twisting your body towards the third base line, but then you have to regain your momentum to head to first base. So this left-handed batter hits the ball, and it's moving slowly, so that gives him some extra time, and he's running really fast. So when we're running, we need to be running really fast. And I think that's really why he was able to get there. So here's the reasons that this base runner was able to make it to first safely and avoid a double play attempt by the Rangers. They do get the out at second. That was great. The ball was hit slowly, 63 miles an hour, which is slow for a Major League Baseball player. It was kind of rolling and bouncing wildly. So though Nicky Lopez did a great job coming up on the ball to meet the ball, cut the ball off before, and he wasn't just standing there waiting for it to come to him. He came up a few steps, but then he did have to wind up stopping so that he could judge where that ball was going to bounce and roll. So he did stand for a little bit to watch the ball come to him. That ate up some time. He threw to second. That ate up some time. So instead of throwing it straight to first, he threw to second first. That ate up some time. Ezekiel Duran did a good job getting on the correct side of the base to give himself a throwing lane. But and the other main thing, I guess, is number 3 of why they couldn't get a double play at first base is that this runner, Jim Jarvis, is a left-handed runner. He's twisting and already heading at full speed with his momentum moving towards first base. Okay, let's take a look at that again. And see if you can see these things. Here we go. Here comes the pitch. Hit. There's the ball on your, the ball is on the left side of your screen, so you know it's headed towards the first base side of the infield. It's right below the foul line, right on the edge of your third, or on the left-hand side of that screen there. So here it goes. You can see Ezekiel Duran top of the screen right behind second base. He's already running towards second base. Exactly the way he should be. The ball is bouncing. It's on the grass. It's going slow. It took a weird hop there as it transitions from the green grass to the red dirt. And when you can see, basically, Ezekiel Lopez is coming forward, and you can see, basically, as soon as it takes that weird hop, he stops because he's going to wait to make sure that ball, it doesn't jump up on him and that he can field it cleanly. Something else I want you to see, I wonder if we can see this real close. It looks like he's got hit both hands. So if y'all have ever done alligator mouth practice at your practice, use 2 hands to capture those ground balls. I think that's how he captures it here because, alligator mouth. And you know what else that allows him to do when he does alligator mouth is it gets that he can pull the ball back out of his glove really quickly to deliver whatever deliver whatever throw he's going to do. You can see the runner right here is not even close. He's not. I don't think he's even halfway to second by now. So we don't see the runner here. This shot doesn't show it, but here comes the runner. Throws it to second. That's the easy out. Ezekiel Duran is on the top side of second base. And that might just have been I think the reason why he's doing that is so that he can have his foot on the base and stretch out to get to the ball earlier. Every millisecond counts whenever you're playing defense. He slides in. He takes a look at first. I think he's already kind of looking at first as he catches that ball. You can see his head almost immediately turns to third to see if he can get the out at first. I think what Ezekiel Duran is realizing as soon as he catches the ball is that runner is almost already there. With all of his momentum going that way, the slow hit ball, the throw to second is there first. The runner going from the batter's box to first base is probably already there. He takes a look at third. That runner is already there. So they just get the one out. He keeps the ball safe. He keeps the runners from continuing to advance. And we'll stop there. Okay. Back to me. Here I am. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about is this run. So just to wrap up that whole thought process. The reason I wanted to break down why we didn't get a double play. That would be in any other situation a routine double play for most Major League Baseball players. And sometimes Rangers have to, sometimes baseball players have to make a decision. We have to get an out, at least in this situation. So let's get the easiest out. So they got the easiest out at second. Another easy out would have been just if Nicky Lopez were to throw straight to first, but then you'd have two runners in scoring position. And based on what happens for the rest of that inning, I think it helped. I think it saved at least one run, because at that point you have runners on first and second, and then the next batter that comes up hits a single, and that scores the run on third, and it moves the runner that was on first to third. And so, again, they have runners on first and second, but it only scored one run instead of scoring two runs. Now, the next batter that comes up hits a sac fly, and that scores another run, so now it's 4-1, and then they get the strikeout. But getting that runner out at first, I think, saved the Rangers from having this score be 5-1 in the bottom of the second, and it now is only 4-1. And that was huge, because the score ended 7-6. So the Rangers won by one run. Otherwise, it probably would have been a tie game if everything else played out the way it was supposed to. You can play the what ifs game. You can't. But if everything played out exactly the way it did, then it's a tie game when we go into extra innings, and that you just don't know what you're going to do there. So the fact that we won 7-6, we saved that run in the bottom of the second, I think was pivotal. Okay, let's move on to this home run by Evan Carter. So by the time we get here, the game is 5 Atlanta Braves, Rangers 3. So this home run was awesome because it was a 2-run homer, which ties the game. It's now 5-5 in the top of the 6th. And there's no outs, which is very good. So let's take a look at this swing. I want to break down his swing because I think it's a good swing for us to learn from. Okay, so the shot starts by looking at the crowd, but it's going to quickly move. Okay. So something you can't see in this very initial shot is that Evan Carter loads. By loads, that means he's putting a lot of his weight on his back foot, and he's working on his time, and he's bringing down. He's loading by putting his weight on his back foot, which is his left foot, and then he uses his timing and he comes down on his right foot, takes a little step. That helps his timing of when he's going to swing to hit the ball. This is kind of funny. There's a foot. That's the pitcher's foot way up in the air, upside down. Anyway, let's keep going. Here comes the ball. Foot comes down. I want you to see what happens here first. He twists his hips first. A lot of your power from your swing. Now, you little leaguers, I'm not saying that you're going to hit bombs now because you emulate Evan Carter's swing here. But you will get a lot of power and maybe hit it into the outfield, get a double, maybe a triple, with this style of swing. Twist his hips as his arms are coming down to meet the ball. We'll stop it here. Look at his back. This is his left elbow is in. His elbow is in. His top hand is straight. It's an extension of the bat for him. The bat, you can't even see it. This is the knob of the bat right here, and it's pointing basically straight back towards the umpire. Another thing that I want you to see is that his front arm, his top hand is down, and his back arm, his bottom hand they look almost like a sandwich, and he's slicing through his swing. His swing is level. His arms are level, and the way he's generating that is through the twist of his hips, the way he's leaning into the ball, and his elbow is tucked in which help because if you try to like how far can you move your arm back? I can only move it back that far, but if I lean, I can almost get it completely horizontal. So as you can see, his back arm right here is completely horizontal. This one's straight. It's an extension of the bat and where he wants the ball to go. This arm is straight, which levels out the swing. Let's keep it going. Now, when he hits it, he has snapped his wrist just a little bit to fine-tune the positioning of his swing. A lot of players, including my son, believe that Major League Baseball players hit home runs because they go down and up, and it's like a golf swing, and so they're like golfing, and it hits it way up, way up and out of the park. But that's just not true. He's not swinging down and up. He's coming across and following through, maybe up, to get the trajectory, the angle of the hit and velocity that way. And he snapped his wrist a little bit like this to match where the ball is positioned in the strike zone. And if you've ever heard, like, be short to the ball, if your coach has ever said to you, be short to the ball, this is what he's talking about. His hands are in. He's not extending both arms way out to go capture that ball. He's also a left-handed hitter like me, so I relate to this a lot. And let's see the follow-through. Boom. Up and out. And you can even see here with that back arm is almost horizontal right here. This is his back arm. It's almost horizontal. He's not coming up really. He's naturally letting the way your shoulder moves and your arms move, they're going to naturally kind of go that way, but he's still coming across. He's coming straight across. He just middled the ball on the barrel of the bat. Really was closer to the neck of the bat, or like lower down on the bat, but he middled it in such a way that it sails out of here. And the way he's leaning, if you want to think, let's back that up just a tad. He's not golfing down to up. Look at the way the angle of his body is, right? The top part of his body here, his torso, his head. This is all in line. If you were to draw a line from the top of his head to his hips, and then a line from his bat and his arm across his body this way, it'd be almost like a perfect T. So it's like this. If he was up and down like this, that's why I'm saying he's not going down to up. He's going straight across. The way his body is angled, it looks like he's going down to up, but he's really just swinging straight across. And that's really important when we're swinging, is that we're keeping our elbow in, we're keeping our hand, we're being short to the ball. We're not going out and reaching for the ball because there's no control there. If you come in right across your body, keep it controlled, it'll have power behind it. Twist those hips. Get some power from your legs too. You can see his hips are twisted so much that his foot down here is rolled over on the outside of his foot. I use a term, I don't know if you've ever heard this, your back foot whenever you're batting. You twist your knee, twist your toe, squish the bug is one thing that I say. That'll help bring your hips forward. His hips are now pointed straight out into the infield, straight out into the ballpark. His hips are twisted. His body is following that twist. So I just wanted to break down a little bit of that swing. I think we can learn a lot from it. Now, thank you again for taking a look at my video. If you have any comments, is there anything that I missed in that infield play? Is there anything you have to add about how to swing the bat? And yeah, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like me to cover. And thank you again for watching. God bless you, and God bless Texas.